And now it's time for the lightning round with Brad Butt. Brad, are you all set to go?
Yep, let's go.
Perfect. So the provincial government has moved us into a little bit early into step 3. It's happening on Friday, July the 16th. What can we expect?
Well, I mean, this is what most businesses have been waiting for. I mean, this really does allow the rest of the economy to reopen, even with limited capacities in some places, and a couple of surprises, like not having capacity limits in restaurants, as an example, so long as tables indoors can stay 2 meters apart. So there was actually some better news in the step 3 than we thought, and I'm sure those businesses are really looking forward to Friday.
Absolutely. And my question to Dr. Lowe in my interview with him was, so what's after step 3? And the good news is there is nothing after step 3. It's just moving back to whatever our normal happens to be. We've heard about a 2-dose challenge over the summer. I know that Dr. Lowe was talking about the great success the Peel region has had in getting single doses and double doses into people. What's the 2-dose challenge?
Well, the region of Peel and the city of Calgary actually have a challenge among each city to see who can get second doses into their citizens quicker. So I think anytime you have a little bit of a challenge like that, it puts some fun in it as well, and really encourages people to get out and do it. But this is the key to all of this ending: people getting that second dose. And our numbers are really good in Ontario. We just passed 50% of eligible adults. We're at least that in Peel, if not higher. So get your second dose.
And we know that in Peel region, we are leading the province in our 18 to 24 category. So that is excellent news for moving forward. Brad, there's been a lot of talk about return to work. Many companies are getting ready. A lot of them are saying, September. What are you hearing? Is it full return, hybrid? What are you hearing?
Well, it certainly depends on the business, and it depends on the sector, and it depends on how successful the work from home programs have worked for different businesses. But what we're hearing calls for is in downtown Toronto, and certainly downtown Mississauga, is really encouraging those businesses to have their employees come back to work in those offices, because the spin-off benefits of those people coming back to work, shopping, using the restaurants and other things that we had pre-COVID, are really needed again.
Brad, Kuzma is celebrating its 1-year anniversary. It seems like, Kuzma has been lost in the pandemic news. Now we know Kuzma is constantly being adjusted. Have there been any adjustments to that Canada, USA, Mexico agreement?
So there's been some technical work, obviously, that always happens when these trade agreements are reached. But yeah, it was July 1st of last year. Donald Trump was still president of the United States, and we signed the Canada, US, Mexico free trade agreement. So the 1-year anniversary has just come up, and certainly encouraging Canadian businesses to take full advantage of this free trade arrangement with the United States and Mexico. It's good for all 3 countries. It's great for business, and onward and upward.
And Brad, finally, the announcement just came out about the Federal Pay Equity Act being put in force on August 1st, something that the federal government's been working on. Who does it affect?
So anytime the federal government steps in with any directives or legislation, it only affects those employees that are in federally regulated industries. So that would be airlines and CN and CP Rail, as an example, the banks, other sectors of the economy. But it's only 6% of all the workers in the country are governed at the federal level. The other 94% are all governed under provincial regulations and provincial legislation.
And when you're talking about those size companies like Air Canada and CN and CP Rail, they probably already have programs in place, as the government does. So maybe sounds like a little bit of a soundbite for an upcoming election, perhaps.
Well, it's coming.
And we look forward to you keeping us up to date on the upcoming or the pending federal election that may be called in late summer or early spring. We've been in conversation with Brad Butt. Brad, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next week.
Thanks again, David.